this month I went on eBay and I bought, first of all, some Wirestorm Network HD equipment, which is essentially video over IP. I have one receiver, one transmitter, and a processor to control them.
Hardly know.
And it means I can basically plug this in my living room and plug the receiver in my dining room and watch TV in the dining room without having to have another TV box and run cables and whatnot. I could watch the Xbox or the Wii U or whatever in the other room. Another thing I bought, which is more AV over IP stuff. I have here a...
Well, this is the A over IP.
This is Dante, a Dante receiver. So that's audio over IP, and it allows me to listen to Spotify everywhere in my house. But that's
you already
what
had a tool for that. It's called headphones.
Yeah, but I wanted it going out loud. But yeah, that was my my eBay.
Oh, we're doing Matt's bit over there.
And now, Matt Stratt, we're going to cut to your camera because you've made quite a large. You've made quite a large purchase. Are you able to speak currently? No, we're looking for an XLR. Okay, I'm going to commentate. So Matt Stratt has bought and quite a big investment you've actually made into a sound desk that we're currently using that we're going to cut to. This is the a Behringer Wing Compact.
Bazinga.
It is a very nice desk.
It is a really nice desk. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
You're currently viewing it on a camcorder we had spare, but
yeah,
this is a very nice desk, and I'm actually a very big fan of it. Corey, you've been a big fan of it as well.
I have. I've been using. You didn't even plug the mic in my camera. I'm using it. I got a chance when you've seen me running off because I went to go mix the show on that desk.
It's very sexy.
I was digging through it, digging through the effects units, digging through the compressor units. It has a compressor unit called what was it called? Eternal Bliss. I'm quite curious
let's hear from Matt
Stratt. What is exactly Eternal Blissful about a compressor?
Who knows? But Matt Stratt, can we hear you?
It sounds like it. Yes, I don't sound very good, but there you go. Yeah. So it's got a touchscreen, which is a major thing on the X32 that makes the X32 absolutely painful.
Or lack thereof.
Oh yeah.
Does it have working knobs as well?
Yes. However, my friend has the full size wing that they got when it was surprisingly cheap on Amazon for a week, and one of their knobs has already broken off it, so that was disappointing.
Oh, that's fun.
But you can have like two fancy effects, so I can change this compressor. And I can make it...
Well, look, you have two effects and then the compressors as well.
Yeah, and you can do bus-to-bus mixing and all the rest of it. So
it's like an X32, and if an X32 was good, if anyone here has used an X32.
Yes, and it's all stereo, so there's 48 stereo channels.
Excellent.
So also, unlike the full-size wing, it's actually got a competent amount of analog I/O as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. For some reason, the original one, it was like, I don't know, personal... It was a personal mixing console or whatever they called it, which has magically disappeared when they coloured it black.
Because it wasn't the intention of the original wing you plug a stage box into it?
Yeah, pretty much. And they brought out the Stage Connect thing that they then took forever to make any I/O to actually plug into it. It took about 2 years for them to finish adding all the firmware button. Like on the full-size one, there were several buttons that didn't do anything for about 2 years.
Excellent stuff. That's very Behringer.
Cool.
But we've also had Emily. You've made a purchase as well.
Well, my actual purchase was a 57. I'm trying to build up a freelancer kind of toolkit at the moment, and they say two big things for audio freelancers is an SM57 and a 58. So I thought it was about time to get one.
I need to buy a 57.
Just take the top off the 58.
No.
No, there is a
Do
difference.
not.
But my other thing, I managed to get a freebie, which doesn't work. I got a Creality 8K 3D printer for free.
It's a resin printer.
What have you printed?
I haven't
that's
printed
cool.
anything. The problem is, unfortunately, I thought that they said that LED screen wasn't working. I thought it was the control panel. Turns out it's the actual LED that is used for the curing of resin, because it's sort of the way it's printed. It's sort of cured as the resin is printed. Yeah. So I need to replace an 8K LED screen, which will be £100 off AliExpress. But I'm hopeful, because the advantage of resin 3D printing is you can get a really high resolution. So hoping to do some little train models.
Gonna
or
print a
that kind of
train.
thing. Yeah, that's the plan.
Hell yeah.
So I'm hopeful.
But
also, the
when you
touch
do
screen
get it
doesn't work.
working, do show it on
I
here.
will.
I want to
bring
see the
it.
trains.
Yeah.
You'll bring it.
I will. Yeah.
You
Bring
might
it.
have to host
Bring
it at
in
your
the-
house
the
then.
printer or the
Kia
trains?
Picanto.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry,
right.
hold on, slight interlude. Hi, Dad. I'm wearing a jumper around my neck because it's more comfortable up here than around my waist. Thank you, that's all. Sorry, my dad texted me to ask why I was wearing a jumper around my neck. Which is the only evidence I got that he was watching the show. Hi, Dad.
Talk us through this purchase.
Yes, so I bought an Extron DMP 128 plus CAT. The
What?
C stands for noise cancelling. The AT stands for Dante.
Of course.
It's actually, yeah, because Extron moment. It's actually this middle one here that I got. Not the top one, because that doesn't have Dante. Not the bottom one, because that has a spare. I don't know why that bottom.
I
think
went
it's
on
a
Google
telephone.
Images and typed in the thing you sent me and chose the first
Yeah,
result.
well, this is the series, and it is that one I have, so fairly accurate. Well done. It's currently, I would have it in front of me, but it's currently, I swapped it into my rack and replaced the sound structure I had, and it's currently how we're hearing Dizzy.
Yeah, we have very carefully framed this so you can't see Jamie's disgusting sound rack, which is just over to my
It's
left.
not a sound rack; it's a server rack that
Whatever.
have sound bits in it. But yeah, it's right there. I can see it, and it's beautiful. I love it.
There's also an
48
Xbox One.
48 channels of Dante. Is
But
just
why?
excessive.
Are you saying that your house has 48 Dante channels?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that really checks out.
There are, so we have two. Oh, let me think this through. We have two Dante receivers, one in the dining room, one in the kitchen. We have a Dante sender in the kitchen that sends the Alexa in there. We have however many ports that thing has going all over the place. And then there's a 2-channel input somewhere else that's currently how we're hearing Dizzy and Mix in the other room because I was too lazy to plug into the speakers via analog. I love it. It cost me a significant amount, I think approximately £180. Then the UK government said, oi, 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 what's that from the States? It costs more than £200? That'll be £45 of tax, please. And that was a lovely letter to receive through the door. So yeah, that's what I bought. It's probably one of my more expensive purchases, apart from the ATEM
And the Dante license.
What you haven't bought is a fan.
license.
Like, or not license, whatever. The Dante, whatever. You said Dante was expensive.
When I add my entire project of building Dante, it's about £800.
Okay,
But
there
that's
we
the most expensive part of it.
Cool. Carry on.
I also bought a global cache Ethernet to IR box, which is currently down there. Usually when this TV's in its normal place, there's an IR blaster taped to it. It means we can control the TV, we control the Xbox, and we can control the lights that are on this media console that's behind me that you can't see.
It's nice and rubbery, that thing.
It is, yeah, I quite like it. It's surprisingly good. It has an IR reader, so you just point the remote at it, it goes, got it, saves it to bank, and you use it. Has a companion module as well, which is handy for our house because our house is controlled by companion.
What's companion?
A bit focused companion. Look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got this month.
And Matt, here's one of yours.
Yes. So I love the fact that that's got a picture of me. Short story long or long story short. I'll let you decide.
That's an exercise for the watch.
So I have a friend, and that friend does the shows, and it was probably mentioned in various of the stories because they're a very soundy person. They bought some speakers, and they did them up, and I had to listen to them, and I was very impressed. And then I was like, okay, how do I get myself some of those? And it's kind of a loophole because this is a company that made speakers in the UK. Logic Systems. They can't decide over time whether they are Logic System or Logic Systems. The logos vary across like 5 different designs. They were big in like early 2000s, late 90s kind of thing. Then they disappeared. Now they've come back. But that means that these speakers, especially the IS-8, which is the installation series, they were mounted in their presumably at least hundreds in clubs. And however, they're made of actual good stuff, including the horns were made in Italy. I found out in mine. And yeah, they sound very, very nice. But mine are in black because I don't, do gigs in a white room.
I mean, the speakers in my kitchen are also from clubs. but they were second-hand from clubs. They had already been in the club.
I mean, assuming Matt bought this off eBay, so may also have been
Yes,
second-hand.
They, I have been. One arrived so far, and I painted it because even though it was vaguely black to start with, I'm pretty sure it was black plus quite a few liters of human.
Excellent.
Yes. So
quite a few liters of human.
Minging. Minging.
So they are slowly. Now that I've painted them black, they're actually black again.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another
in
weird
use
story.
Currently.
Yes. So I was doing a gig the other week. I was doing Footloose, and my headphones started crackling.
Rip.
And that was very disappointing. I thought, I'll open them up, see if it's like a dodgy solder joint, because I think I've had to do that before. But I had these headphones since, must be about 15 years. As you can see, they're an old model. They're like 4 versions out of date. But I like them so much. So when the driver died, it was actually the driver itself that had died in the end because, I couldn't find any other reason why it broke. So I liked them, so I bought another set. And they were surprisingly a lot less expensive now, given that they are 15 years old.
Those look quite nice.
Oh, you bought the same model?
Yeah.
Would you mind saying how much?
They're 50 quid.
That's not
That
bad.
is highly reasonable, and I may snag a pair for a unassuming partner of mine who keeps stealing my headphones.
But the interesting thing about these, and was not the case in any future model afterwards, is that these took AAA batteries. Now everyone's probably like, "Oh, that's stupid." But for me, that means I can take a set of 4 charged batteries, and if the battery runs out, I can instantly change it.
Exactly. I always wanted a phone with like that. I wanted new phones with hot swappable batteries. They're just easier. But yeah, when you told me earlier, I thought you meant you'd got one of the newer ones, but the exact same model.
The exact
That's
same.
bargain, yeah.
And these are in better condition than mine, so I don't know
Excellent.
how they were very they were almost brand new, but I'm sure someone's worn them. I did give them a bit of a clean because it's been on someone else's head, but yeah, they're nice. And the noise cancelling is decent enough, and when you're doing theatre and you're in the middle of the room and you want to solo something, you want some noise cancelling so you can actually hear what you're listening to.
That would be handy.
So the story of this one, I was in the market because I'm a stupid person, and
No comment, Your Honour.
Yes, if I buy something, I have to buy enough of accessories that have some usefulness. So yes, I think we mentioned in a previous episode I had bought a Behringer Wing Compact, and I'd managed to fill up all the I/O on the back. And instead of doing the sensible thing, getting a stage box, instead I was like, I can use the AES 3 ports on the back of it to add another 2 channels. So then I was scrolling through eBay, and one of these things pops up. SonFX, makers UK company that make things that look like they're from the 90s.
Yeah.
And this one is a analog to digital converter in both directions, rack mount. But my one was special because the one that I found had come out of the Formula One administration and has a lovely asset sticker on it.
Oh, based?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So hopefully that hasn't been sitting in a rack forever and it is really tied out. But it's got a nice F1 logo on the front and everything like that.
Do update us if it works.
It's SonFX, it'll handle it.
It powers on at least, and it flashes some lights. But I've
yeah.
yet to actually. I finally made the little snake cable to plug it in, but I haven't got around to testing it.
It's SonFX. You can percussively maintain it.
Yeah, probably.
It'll last longer than the other company that makes a red audio product.
Yes.
Yes. And the next thing I also bought this. It's a Biamp Nexia CS. Essentially, I became doing a Jamie and started buying
Doing
random...
a Jamie could mean lots and lots of different things.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's buying AV specific equipment, and so this one is a very cool device that you can. It's all on Phoenix connectors. You can feed 10 ins, 6 outs. You connect to it over the network, and it's essentially a mixer that you control with block diagrams. And so you can draw little blocks. You can join all the stuff together. You can do like I/O and
Boss
logic
man is
stuff.
approaching.
Sorry, I've used these in a work capacity. They are.
That was
The block
Jamie arse in
diagrams
the
are
face.
actually incredibly useful for just quickly throwing shit together. They are quite fun.
Yeah.
Let us know how you get on with it, because they are good fun.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. And there's some other random stuff, but that's enough for this segment.
I haven't actually bought anything this month, so
Good
I've
job, I'm
been
proud
on
of you.
my best behaviour.
Good.
Is
good.
that because you have been spending most of your money on trips and therefore haven't been able to browse eBay?
It's probably more I've spent most of my money on trips, so I haven't had time to go on eBay.
Fair enough.
I was in the market, I guess, for this is a power amp, and I essentially have got some nice new speakers. By new I mean I painted them. They're actually from the early 2000s, but they're really sensitive. So I was like, okay, I just need an amp that I can take around that doesn't weigh 5 tons and have a humongous magnet in it. And oh look, 4 channels looks nice. So I got one of these, and apart from the fact that I need to replace the fan because it's a rather noisy fan, it's very good. 4 channels, 75 watts a piece, or you can bridge them up. So I can run 2 speakers and a sub. Pretty happy. Did a SITS probe at the last weekend. Works a charm. Interestingly, mine has an orange power light. The image there has a blue one. And here's
After
one I
market
got
power
earlier.
LED.
There you go. It's in real life. I don't know. It's got sockets on the back.
Crazy.
And you bought
Nice.
something else as well. Would you like to tell us about this one?
What in God's name is that?
It's an
Ah
wireless.
It's Matthew Stratford.
2.
Yes. So I got this. This is a Wi-Fi or like a Android Auto wireless dongle. So you can plug into your car. It looks like they've tried really hard. The software, the like app that it comes with has loads of cool settings, so you can change like the zoom amount or the DPI of the Android Auto screen. So you can fit, I don't know, I can fit slightly more text on my car screen. It's got various audio and
Are you min-maxing your car screen?
Yes, to some extent. It's quite funny that it gives you the choice of DPI as a scroll bar, the default of which is 1, and you have to figure out what the sensible number is, and the answer is 175.
That's not even close.
Quality.
So, funny enough, it will let you select 1, and it will try and display it. What it displays is one, like some pixels very stretched of the music that you were trying to listen to. It's very broken when you do that. But it worked great for about a week. And then now something along this chain of shenanigans, probably my phone's fault, everything's my phone's fault. It randomly disconnects after about 20 minutes. Then it connects itself again automatically, and then it works fine for the rest of the journey, which makes no sense, but it is repeatedly doing that. So that's really annoying. And so far, none of the toggles I've toggled in this device have managed to fix it.
Haven't you been complaining about previous dongles they've bought to do the same thing that have worked less well?
Oh, yes. So previously, I bought the ones that were on AliExpress, and I thought, well, let me get a proper one that people have actually reviewed, and people said are actually good. And so, in theory, there is a support behind this, and I've sent them an email, so maybe I'll get something from that. I don't know. But when it's working, it's a nice device.
What are you holding, Dizzy?
I am holding a Sony XD cam.
I see.
It's a funky camera that doesn't currently work very well.
By very
Right.
well, you mean doesn't currently work?
Yes, it turns on, but she's not very happy. So this wasn't an eBay acquisition. We did a massive clear out at work, which then produced a giant e-waste pile. And so my boss was like, right, if it's broken and it's in the e-waste, we can't sell it. So you can take it if you want to take stuff home. I don't mind. So I now have this because I want to see if I can try and fix it. Because if I can, it'll just be quite cool and it will be good for Untitled.
Well, we look forward to your progress updates on trying to fix it.
If I remember.
Good
You
luck.
won't.
I won't.
And last but by no means least, Bossman.
Yes, I got another Wirestorm Network HD IP receiver. I already had one of these. For those that haven't watched any Untitled episodes from my house, I think the phrase "don't bring your work home" can best describe my house in very much an ironic way. In fact, if I do this and I pop this little button here, if you give it 2 seconds, that's the AV rack there. I am an AV engineer for context. And if I pop it back, what we have in our house is speakers and some sort of TV or monitor in our, well, in our living room, in my bedroom, our dining room, and the kitchen. And what we have is basically video over IP and audio over IP. The audio over IP is Dante, and the video over IP is Wirestorm Network HD and a random HDMI over IP box that I got for 30 quid off eBay a while back.
Why not 2110, boss?
Because no. And basically, we can route anything in our rack to anywhere in the house, audio and video wise, or separately. So yeah, we had one of these. Well, we had a transmitter, the controller for it, and a receiver, so that I could send content from our living room into the dining room. It allowed us to watch HD, high definition copy protection protected content. The only issue is the HDMI over IP box that we had in the kitchen. The minute we open something like Netflix or ITV or Channel 4, it would immediately click off. Because it had the copy protection, which the IP box doesn't support. If I show you here, where is it? Is it not listed on here? Apparently not.
Yes,
but
Marks.
these support high definition copy protection. So this one was stolen from the kitchen, where we now have another one. So it meant while we were cooking, we could, watch what we're doing. And the IP box is now in my room, so I can't watch copy protection stuff in my bedroom, but if I'm in my bedroom, I'm not watching films or anything. I'm watching YouTube, so that doesn't matter.
We normally talk about things that we've gone on eBay and bought, but sometimes we don't actually get those things from eBay, so we're now calling that show and tell, as we used to.
Oh,
First
I
of
have
all,
something for this.
well, you didn't tell me, so you're
No,
not
I'll
getting a
bring it in.
slide.
It only just arrived.
Jamie, would you like to tell us about your new phone?
Yes, so this phone you're seeing on screen that I can just about make in the 2 pixels. I had an old handset at work that I was playing with, and I realized that, at the end of the day, it's just a microphone and a speaker, all copper's copper. So I converted it to XLR, plugged it into my work PC, and was answering phone calls on a handset through, just XLR and 3.5, and it was very funny. I was going to use it on the show, but unfortunately I had to return it. What I can do is I can call I can call the living room. Except I pressed an incorrect button. Home.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie. Are you not in the living room?
Sorry, yes, I am. You're very correct there. So I'm going to press kitchen phone, and Dan has just run through to the other room. Hello? Hello? There you are. I don't know if you can hear that because it's very quiet, but
No.
no.
Yep.
Okay, hang on. Dan, I'm putting you on speaker. Say hello.
Wagwan.
There you are. So I'm just going to end that. Don't need to listen to him. Oh, it hasn't ended.
You've got to add that.
Oh, he's put me on hold.
He's appeared in the episode.
Anyway, we have IP phones in our kitchen, living room, and soon to be dining room, so we can call each other.
Excellent.
Before we end on that, Jamie, can you put one of those phones in the shitter as well?
That would be funny. We just don't have a network connection in the shitter yet.
Yet.
You have a drill and a dream.
Run it into the bottom of the door like the rest of them.
Speaking of...
Jamie, thank you for telling us about your new phone. Now, next up, Jamie, would you like to tell us about your new phone?
So this is my new phone. That's about it.
Cool. How are you finding it?
Do you know what? I'm liking the Pixel, and it is so much nicer than my old phone, which was 2 Android versions out of date.
So
The only slight hiccup I've had with it, and it's mostly my own fault, was I didn't really bother transferring my contacts over, which means that my mother texts me, it just comes up with a number, and I usually ignore it. various people are just not saved, and I haven't got around to adding them yet. It also has the thing of pixels. When someone rings you, you can press a little thing that makes them speak to a Google Assistant to ask them what they're doing. And I accidentally did this to my boss whilst I was at work, and she got very distressed and had no idea what was going on. And I got a flurry of Slack messages afterwards going, "Help! I'm speaking to Google. How do I stop?" Which was very amusing. But yeah, it then sends me a transcript and a recording of it afterwards, which is very cool. Yeah, I like the Pixel. It's a cool little thing. My only problem is I have it set up when I touch the back to turn the torch on, but it doesn't work. It sometimes works. You know, if I I need a lav.
See, Jamie, what's your opinion on the
It turned on. It does it sometimes.
See, Jamie, do you think you would prefer the camera if the front camera poked out the top slowly and then came back down?
I do miss the fact, for those that don't know, my old camera had a pop-up selfie camera, and it was very cool. And I do miss that, especially when taking screw that. I can't get it to work. Yeah, I do miss that especially when I'm taking B-reels, because it was nice to know when the camera was up, and it made a little noise, and it was very cool. Oh, okay. I have another thing.
Oh,
show and tell.
Go on.
This is my Christmas tree.
Is that IKEA?
Or whatever pixels of it.
Yes. Let me just do a slow pan of my tree. So the top doesn't currently have a star, and then it is just really shitty battery lights and a load of IKEA boxes of smart plugs and things.
I've got something to add to that.
Go on.
That's me Christmas tree.
So, I got something on show and tell as well. This literally arrived today after being delayed several times just today. And I haven't even got it out of the box yet, as you can probably tell.
We're prepared here on Untitled.
So, live unboxing. Here we go. So this is a smart plug, as you would you've probably seen these before. However, this one is special in that it's missing features, and that for me is important. So this is a smart plug that doesn't have a relay in it. However, it has the energy monitoring, so that you can plug it into things that you definitely don't want to ever turn off, and you can measure the power. Because, and it even says without relay, very specifically on the back.
What does the relay do?
Well, the relay would
the power on and off.
Oh.
Yeah. However, if you want to plug one of these into a fridge, I had the relayed version of this about a year ago, and I had it right up until the point where I went on holiday for a bit, and by the time I come back from holiday, the fridge was no longer powered on. And even though the firmware was forcefully told this thing is always always power on, and like, as soon as you power the thing on, it turns the relay on. You can't adjust it from the software. It still managed to crash or something that caused it to turn off. And so finally, these are getting more popular, where they have literally just taken the same thing, taken the relay off, and joined the two contacts together, and made it an annoyingly more expensive product.
With fewer features.
Yes. That's quite handy, because I also have several of those plugs. And one of them I certainly do not want to turn off, because it is the 24-hour power to our rack.
Ah, yes.
Which is actually that you saw underneath the phone a second ago. So if that ever fails, we are going to lose networking.
And then you won't be able to put it back on.
You what, sorry?
And then if you lose networking, you can't turn it back on because you can't get into it.
Yeah, there is that problem. I mean, you'd have to press the button on the top.
Think local.
A hammer.
I mean, it's Zigbee, so technically you don't need internet. You just need to be able to get onto the server.
We've got a few items to show and tell. The first one, it's a bit difficult to show because we're currently using it. It's that camera that you are currently looking through.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
Yes.
It's also slightly dismantled because we had.
And by slightly, I mean you can literally see most of the circuit boards in it. It is obliterated.
It's in the course of being fixed.
Yeah.
and we're using it absolutely.
Well, actually,
bastardized.
it worked perfectly fine. We just didn't have a power supply for it, so we needed to use a bare wire power supply and just shove it into the inside.
Before the show started, the kitchen was completely turned into a
Oh yeah, we did this on top of a hob for some reason.
yeah. Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah, yeah.
can show the
Yes,
viewers.
Go ahead.
We're now attempting to get our.
Move the tripod.
While that one.
There we go.
Oh, what a beauty.
It's a bit bastardized.
We'll put the case back on at some point.
Who needs focus when you have an absolutely buggered PTZ camera?
Spoken like a true ADHD individual.
Meanwhile,
Right.
on other
Shut up.
the rest of this show and tell segment is going to be more tell and less show
Yeah.
because we've not actually brought any of the things in question. Emily, what have you bought lately?
I bought an Allen Heath SQ5 digital mixer. I've been wanting to get one for so long, but it's for freelancing. So basically, the reason I love the SQ5 is it's so customizable. So you can completely customize all your channel strips and the order in which you place your
Register
inputs.
now.
Ah,
You
what
got
a beauty.
All sorts of
And a
bits.
box.
And I opened it on my carpet, as you do. The box barely fit through the door. And it was really bad as well. Basically, all the doors were locked from the inside, and I couldn't find my house keys. And I saw the man with this massive box, and I was panicking.
A man
I was
from
like,
Allen and Heath.
I was like, please don't leave. Please don't leave. I was actually begging him not to run off with the
Delightful.
SQ,
So-
but it's very exciting.
You said it was for freelancing.
Yes.
So if
that's
you
the
need an
idea.
audio engineer, hire Emily Holmes.
She's very good.
Highly
We'll
recommend.
put her contact details somewhere.
Other things. Jamie, you've done a fair bit of shopping. Have you not brought any of it?
I have not brought any of it. So I bought this
Speaking DMs.
this network switch. It is a managed PoE switch. Next, I have this cube Emily got me for Christmas.
What is it?
It is a
Cube.
cube. You can roll it like a dice, and whatever side it lands on, you can set it to do a
Big
scene.
commands.
Yeah.
Over
So,
Zigbee.
well, currently, if you roll, if it like falls off the table and rolls onto the wrong number, your light turns on while you're trying to sleep. Next.
That's
And
a
then
major mark.
Emily also got me this Thrustmaster gear shifter for Eurotruck Sim.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing you use it.
Nerds.
Yeah, it'll be brilliant. Anyway, we have to go get a train now, so
But before that, there's one more
oh,
show and tell item.
is there right?
Yes.
It better be quick.
So, Jamie,
Yes.
as you know, we've had this discussion a long time. We are both avid Android users.
Yes.
You remember it was on this show back in YTV when I first got my Pixel and we talked about it.
I now have a Pixel too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have something to reveal to you, Jamie.
Yes. Oh, that's terrible news. I'm trying my best to remember what my reaction was when I discovered this on set.
Yeah, so for context, I planned for like the past when I made this decision. What was it, Cameron? Maybe 3 months ago. I planned to reveal it to Jamie in an episode, and then Mark's booked a pub trip the day before the episode with both of us.
Actually, I didn't notice until today while setting up.
I thought you had me
Servant
when you asked
100.
what phone that was in the pub, and I cautiously went, "Oh, don't worry about it," and put it back in my pocket.
And then you just didn't ask any more questions.
Well, I didn't notice. I got distracted doing something else. Anyway, cringe. Bye.
Yep. Ev,
Bye. We have to go get trains now.
Oh, this is gonna go too. Shall we spread out, or should we just? This is comfortable.
Let's. Someone left their phone.
Oh,
Don't.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
So anyway,
Can we try and avoid the wide enough to get it right somehow? Oh, what? That seemed to help. There we go.
welcome to the set, Matthew Stratford.
Hello. How are you? Happy New Year.
Hello.
sound engineer, forget to talk in the microphone.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, I was sitting on it.
Oh, well, that'll do it, won't it?
Right.
Okay.
Too
well,
close to it.
Speaking of sitting on things, we've
Well-
been sitting on some news.
Well, not quite. I think Corey, you have some observations.
Well-
from,
Alright,
I want to know how you're finding using an iPhone after many years.
We've
on
been
Android.
sitting on some findings.
Between
We
sounds
have.
and findings. I'm quite enjoying it, Cameron. Honestly, I'm quite enjoying it.
Very happy.
I was
What are you enjoying.
well, it just kind of works. I know I've mocked that saying for so long, but it just kind of works.
Yeah.
It's just kind of good. I don't know what to say. It's
I think that's the same reaction I had when I got my first iPhone. But this is just a good phone.
Yeah, it's like, we'd always joke, and there's always that urge, oh, Apple's adding this thing that Android's had for years. The problem is when Android has this feature, you'll turn it on, and it'll work for like a couple of days, and then something will break, and it'll not quite work as well as you hoped it would, and you'll forget about its existence within like 2 weeks. It's gone. On Apple, it just actually works. It is a useful feature, and you can just use it. I also had something Cameron introduced to me that it was quite useful, because I had a widget on my home screen for reminders, and I swapped it whenever I went into work. I'd swap it from the list of my normal reminders to my work reminders. And Cameron said, you can change that with a focus mode, right? So that led me down the rabbit hole of focus modes, which I ended up, and now I have an entirely different home screen that just switches over when I get into the office based on my location. It's all just very nice.
See, what I've got mine set up to is that because I barely ever use my personal phone while I'm at work, I have it automatically go into battery saving mode when I arrive at the office.
See,
and then I have my work phone do the opposite. I have it go into battery saving mode when I leave the work or when it's outside working hours, because I don't use it outside working hours. Genuinely useful features.
What was the other thing that I liked? I remember something I was going to tell you and I forgot.
You've been playing with shortcuts a bit, haven't you?
I have been playing with shortcuts. Oh, this reminds me, the one thing I adore, I wasn't expecting to enjoy or forgot it was even a thing, but I want more of them now, is the action button. I want more action buttons. Give me more.
So
I want 5
everyone
of
else.
them. I want the whole side of my phone. That should all be action buttons all the way down. I'm not on the camera, but
wasn't that the thing that when it first came out, we said that's useless? And now
because it was.
because I keep having actually what I've got at the moment is I have it so I don't know if we'll be able to see. So when I hold down the action button, it brings up a list of shortcuts that I've set up because I was all like, oh, I'd really like this to be on the action button. No, I'd really like this to be on it. I just want, like I said, just like give me more. Any space on the side of the phone, it should be another action button. They should be covered in them.
At that point, you basically go, like one of those MMO gamer mice with like 50 macro buttons on the side.
Want that.
Anyway, that's exciting.
It's very exciting.
But next,
I've just bought a new laptop.
Give
Give
him another 9 months.
I did say this at the time when those MacBook Airs came out at like $1,000. If they had came out a couple months earlier, I probably would have bought one instead of a framework. Also, I was saying this to Mark last night. I only see I'm enjoying this phone enough that I only see if in the next 3 to 5 years, I only see myself buying a new phone under one condition:
foldable.
Good Apple foldable.
Well, we'll see
if the Apple foldable comes out and is good and is still decently. Not incredibly outrageously overpriced in a couple of years, I might think about it.
Jamie.
Yes?
You've done some shopping, haven't you?
I have indeed. Quite a substantial amount of shopping compared to usual, actually. Usually, I spend, upwards of 10, 20, 30 pounds on a bit of kit online. And this time, I went on the internet and I bought this. I bought a car.
Because if you've been following the show, you may have been following the saga of Jamie attempting to learn to drive. It has concluded he can drive. He has a car to drive.
I am now legally allowed in a vehicle that I can drive on the road without someone in the passenger seat and without red L plates. It's quite a sizable car. It's good for kit.
We tried it out earlier. It's good for kit. It's also good for sound system.
Yes, it's basically what I call it a surround system that also can drive if needed.